Hi, I'm Kitty. Welcome back to my channel. And today I want to talk about intermittent fasting. Specifically, is it a good approach for weight loss and what effect does it have on women's hormones? Like keto, intermittent fasting is a trending diet. Do a quick Google search and you'll find a ton of articles touting the benefits of fasting. Intermittent fasting describes an eating pattern that cycles between periods of fasting and eating. The most common methods are a 16-hour fast with an 8-hour eating window, alternate day fasts, or fasting for 24 hours. I've done every single protocol of fasting, with my longest fast being 48 hours. It doesn't involve tracking calories or macronutrients, and there are no other requirements apart from fasting for certain periods of time. Most women utilize intermittent fasting as a way to lose weight. There's nothing magical about how intermittent fasting works for weight loss. It's simply a way to reduce calories, which then creates a calorie deficit. A lot of women will say to me, but Kitty, didn't our ancestors go through times of famine or fasting because they didn't have access to food? So doesn't that mean that it's healthy? Just because our ancestors did it doesn't mean it's automatically healthy. For one, our ancestors didn't have the stresses that we do, including trying to balance work and family life, constant stimulation from social media, not enough sunlight, and being out of touch with our natural environment. From an evolutionary perspective, the female body has two main functions: survival and reproduction. If we go through regular prolonged periods without food, our bodies sense this and divert energy from non-essential processes, like reproduction, to those that are essential to keep you alive. I often get women say to me, but Kitty, I don't want to fall pregnant, so why does it matter? After you ovulate, your corpus luteum produces progesterone for the second half of your cycle. This female sex hormone plays a role in so much more than just fertility. It promotes sleep, supports the metabolism, relieves anxiety, protects the brain cells, reduces inflammation, helps you cope with stress, and so much more. The other interesting thing about progesterone is that progesterone doesn't bind to progesterone receptors in the presence of adrenaline, which is released when blood sugar levels are low. This is a quote from Dr. Katharina Dalton, who is a British doctor and pioneer in the research of premenstrual stress syndrome. She actually named the syndrome PMS. So even if you don't want to fall pregnant, having a regular and healthy cycle is a sign of health. The female body is sensitive to big energy cuts. If you skip breakfast, don't eat till 12, and then cut carbs for the rest of the day, stress hormones adrenaline and cortisol raise blood sugar by breaking down your tissue through a process called gluconeogenesis. The stress hormone adrenaline blocks progesterone, meaning your body can't respond to it accordingly. This is why eating balanced meals that contain protein, carbs, and fat every 3 to 5 hours is so important. But what about the studies done on intermittent fasting? The majority of studies are done using men. We are not men, and our bodies don't respond the same way to fasting. In hunter-gatherer societies, women's bodies responded differently to men's. Women's metabolism slowed down as a means to preserve energy and accumulate fat, preparing for possible prolonged periods of famine. So what this means today is that intermittent fasting may not work well for women's bodies. Most of the women that I work with are already overstressed. So throwing fasting into the mix is only going to increase stress hormones, not decrease them. Studies have confirmed that fasting induces high levels of cortisol in women. I'll pop a link to the study in the show notes. I've also had many women tell me that being hungry due to fasting has made them moody and anxious. Another thing that I've learned from working with thousands of women is that fasting teaches you to ignore your hunger cues. And I find that many women just end up binge eating later in the day. The women that I work with want to look toned, so this means optimizing their body composition, so more muscle and less body fat. They also want to have more energy, balanced hormones, unbroken sleep, no digestive issues, and better performances in the gym. I just think there's a better way to optimize your body composition and health, and that's having a constant calorie intake every day and a flow of high quality nutrients. Start your day with a well-balanced breakfast and then eat well-balanced meals every 3 to 5 hours that contain protein, carbs, and fat. Now, if you're confused about where to start, grab my 7-day Eat More, Train Less, Get Results challenge. It's a one-off payment of $27 and you get lifetime access. Unlike other programs you'll find online, this is a holistic approach, providing everything you need to know for long-term success, more energy, better moods, better sleep, better digestion, balanced hormones, and of course, long-term sustainable body composition and weight loss. I'll pop a link in the show notes below. And if this video has been helpful for you, I'd love for you to give it a like and comment below with what you found to be most helpful. And don't forget to subscribe because I've got new videos coming every single week. You can also head to my website www.newstrength.com.au and subscribe to my mailing list. I'll send you my 5 simple steps to getting started guide. This guide includes 5 super simple things that you can implement today to support your body health and hormonal goals.